they've got themselves in a situation where they all march in step to the same tune, and nobody dares to break ranks. This is the problem they've got, and there's not enough dialogue. I can spend all my time on 76 doing this research. They can't. They're lecturing students, preparing papers, they're marking papers, they're holding seminars. They can't do research to the extent that people like us can. And therefore, we've got something to offer them. Now, I want to be quite clear. Myself and my colleague have always been ready to give them copies of what we do and to cooperate with any of them.
Well, your books are full of photographs of evidence,
yeah, but
aren't they?
I've got masses. We've got masses of, you know, the complete translation of an Egyptian stela. See, you know, so
which is in Welsh.
Yeah, they can have it anytime they like.
And what about the hieroglyphs?
Well,
because you're we're talking about the mummy's wrappings.
Now, what has happened? The 10 tribes of Israel are taken away from Jerusalem, right? Solomon's temple's there.
Yes.
King Ahaziah of Judea, 2 tribes, he's had a successful battle with the Edomites, and he's going to attack 10 tribe Israel. And he's warned. There's a famous verse in the Bible about a passing bullock stepping on a thistle. He's the thistle, you see. Don't do it. Well, he got hammered. His army is destroyed. He's tied behind the chariot of Jehoash, the Israelite king, goes to Jerusalem, pulls down 200 yards of the wall, and Jehoash then takes everything from the palace, and he takes everything from the temple.
Oh, including the scrolls, then?
Including the ark.
Oh, the ark.
Aha. Because you've got to realise it's in Kings and Chronicles in the Bible, and it's in Flavius Josephus.
Wasn't there a family that was looking after the ark for generations?
The family of Obed-Edom. He took them as well. There'd be no point in taking the family of Obed-Edom if he didn't take the ark. So we said, hang on, the ark's gone.
So the ark left the temple?
It's gone north to Samaria in 790 BC. We know. And
you found all the evidence for this, presumably?
Yeah. Well, what we did, we tried to translate the Etruscan stuff. No, they went north of Samaria. 687, Sennacherib, the Assyrian emperor, is murdered by 2 of his sons. The heir, the older son, has a civil war with them. The 10 tribes take off and they cross the Euphrates, going west through Turkey.
Right.
Second book of Esdras, chapter 14, right? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They are going through Turkey, and the Greeks pick up on them, and they call these Cymry the Cymroi. Cymroi, Cymry, right?
The Welsh again.
They get, well, the Brits.
The Brits.
Yeah, I'm a Brit, you know, we're all Brits, come on. They get to the Dardanelles, half the people stay there, and the other half go to Italy.
The Dardanelles are in Turkey, aren't they?
Yes, on the end of Turkey, where the little gaps we go up in the Black Sea.
On the Bosphorus.
The Bosphorus.
Yeah.
Where the great city is.
Yeah.
And
named after Constantine.
Yeah, yeah, that's right, Constantinople. So, anyway, by looking at the Etruscan writings, we found we could read them. And they're very convenient in that the Etruscans had a habit of, after each word, they put a dot. So you can tell the length of the word.
So they invented the full stop?
I think so. Well, certainly between individual words. Mm. And we read...
Oh, after each word they put a dot? So
yes.
I misheard you, okay.
So you know that's the length of the word.
That's the word.
And it comes out, you know, ye old the English-y type of thing. There is an element of that in the language, but you can discern it. You can discern it.
Okay.
So we started off with little things on, say, a wine jug and little teeny inscriptions, and we worked our way up to the big stelae, you know, big stones plastered in it.
And these are stelae from that part of Turkey, are they?
No, they're in Italy.
They're in Italy now?
We're in Italy now with the Etruscans. We're in Italy. We've moved from Britain to Italy.
Okay.
And we're on our way to Turkey. We're going back in time and distance. There is a famous bronze tablet. Now, you've got to realise bronze is extremely valuable in that day and age.
So you're not going to write a shopping list on it, are you?
Well, they reckon that the writing on both sides is a menu.
Today's special.
Oh, that's it. It's like going down to Ali's Takeaway and seeing it in gold. Ridiculous. But there are 3 sections to it. And the first one says how the people are in a place where there's great pestilence and storms, and they're unhappy. And they are taken led away from this, and they follow a little cabinet riding in a cart.
So this is the ark?
I think so. And they come to a place where they are content and happy, and that's where they live. The second section says they're happy where they are, but they're taken away forcibly, right, to a place where they are unhappy, and to get there they follow a little cabinet that rides in a cart, you see.
I'm going to read a couple of texts out now, just so that the audience can get into the room, as it were. Paul in Warrington. Hello, Paul. He says, is the Ark of the Covenant a person, supposedly Mary, or is it fictitious? What's your view? I think he might be mixing that up with the Holy Grail, isn't he? But
I don't know.
But you think it's it's been pictured in...
we believe it is as in the Bible, and we'll come to that, and I would like to answer the gentleman's question as we go.
OK, well, there's a chap here called Russell from Llantwit Major, probably pronounced that wrong.
Russell from Llantwit Major, yes.
Yes, in Glamorgan, Wales. He's reminded me it's in Wales. Yeah. Well done. He said he's followed Allen's and Barham's work for many years, and it's great to see this finally revealed to the world.
Thank you. Excellent.
Excellent. OK, so there we are. We're in Italy.
By the way, in Llantwit Major, there's a 9-foot-high stone that weighs 7 ton, and on it it's got King Ethael. Ethael is one of the 2 sons of Arthur II. It's got Illtyd, who's the man who buried Arthur, and on the bottom it's got Athmael, Iron Bear, the Welsh name of Arthur. It's no good looking for Jesus in Wales. You've got to look for Iesu, I-E-S-U. It's no good looking for George. You've got to look for Gwaerid.
Okay, the Welsh.
You can't look for Edward. You've got to look for Iorwerth.
Yes.
And so on. So, but Athmael, Iron Bear, that's him.
Iron Bear is Arthur, is it?
Oh, and it's on this. Of course, it's a 9-foot stone. It weighs 7 ton. That's why you can't find it. Anyway.
So we're in Italy.
We're in Italy.
We're looking at this bronze
tablet. And it's got 3 stories. And the third story is that they again take off. They take off and they go and follow the little cabinet.
Because of the pestilence.
And, you know, the pestilence is the first one.
Yeah.
The second one, they're forcibly taken away.
Okay.
And the third one, they're unhappy where they are, so they take off and they go and they follow the little cabinet in the cart to the sea. To the sea being the Dardanelles, I would think.
So now they're...
So we think that's the journey from Egypt under Moses, the deportation under the 4 Assyrian emperors, Tiglath-Pileser III, Sargon II, Shalmaneser V, and Sennacherib.
Yes.
See, in one stele of Sennacherib, it says in one of his deportations, he removed 200,120 people. So these are not small groups.
That's a huge diaspora.
Well, they went through Asia Minor. The Greeks call them the Cymri, see?
Yes.
And they were like a tidal wave. Nothing could stop them. Half go to Italy, half stay there.
Like locusts, in a sense.
Oh, right. Takes some stopping. So the other half stay there, and then they come to Britain in 500. Now, we're still translating. We've moved from Italy. We're in the Aegean now. On the island of Lemnos, a stele was found in 1876, and it's plastered with Colburn writing. And there's a guy holding a spear, big guy with a spear. And it tells how the people have gathered there, and they're under it.
On the island of Lemnos?
Right. Well, in the British records, they say the people gathered on the Isle of Liguria, which is Lemnos.
But surely that's further east than Italy.
No, it's south of it. Yes, we've moved. We're going back in time. We're going back. They've now got the Dardanelles. Get them on.
Okay.
They gathered in the records. It says how they gathered their fleet at this island. And here's this stele, and it tells how they've been directed by the god, and they're going to sail together to a great green island out in the Western Ocean. That's what it says.
So they sailed out of the Straits of Gibraltar through there and
to the UK.
To the UK.
No, they picked up 3 or 4 other groups en route. One with Corinus, who goes to Cornwall, and so on. So here is a story matching the British record of a gathering on an island to sail to the UK. And it's the secret is this language and alphabet, perfectly preserved.
So the evidence is all there if you just look for it.
Yeah, there's a lot of stelae along through Turkey